Hi fellas, welcome to Auto Fact Channel. We have automotive update here. 2024 Rolls-Royce Spectre first drive. Electric Rolls is still a Rolls. The introduction of a new EV model usually represents a revolutionary moment for a car brand. The car is typically a departure from the norm, not just in fuel source but design and overall character. They're usually a break from tradition and/or a beacon pointing in a whole new direction. Then there's the new 2024 Rolls-Royce Spectre. There's nothing about it that feels revolutionary, which largely speaks to what came before. We're talking about a Rolls-Royce here. They were always whisper quiet with a V12 engine judiciously doling out gobs of effortless torque without fanfare. You know, like electric motors do. Or rather, as electric motors can. Forget about sledgehammer to the chest launches in the Spectre. Rolls-Royce specifically tuned the throttle to elegantly roll into its power, much as it did, partly by necessity, with a V12. You can imagine the torque curve looking more like an airplane taking off than a rocket. Once underway, speed builds rapidly and passes are made effortlessly. Again, like a V12. The Spectre also looks like a V12 could still be lurking beneath the vast bonnet even though it was 100% EV from the get-go. There was no effort to reimagine Rolls-Royce for the electric era with cab-forward proportions or Blade Runner styling cues. The front is sleeker to be sure, for the purposes of design and aerodynamics, with even the Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament being nipped and tucked to eliminate turbulence that occurred behind the most recent rendition. The overall drag coefficient of 0.25 is certainly commendable for something that retains a blunt front end complete with the must-have Pantheon grille that ensures no one will mistake this for anything other than a Rolls-Royce. That it's softly illuminated by 22 LEDs ensures identification at all hours. Once inside, you sit lower in the Spectre than past models, including the similarly two-door rig. The resulting view through the gun-slit windshield over the long, imposing hood and raised dashboard is reminiscent of pre-war, ultra-luxury cars from Rolls-Royce, Duesenberg and others. When I mentioned that observation to Rolls-Royce CEO Torsten Müller-Ötvös, his eyes lit up as if to say, Eureka! That was exactly what Rolls was going for. It had nothing to do with the powertrain. Evoking those cars also speaks to the overall goal of choosing the Spectre's distinctive body style in the first place. We could have done an SUV or a sedan easily, but this is such a big moment for the brand, we needed to do something emotional, said Müller-Ötvös. What is more emotional than a coupe? Plenty of emotion can be generated inside, especially when one liberally partakes in the endless customization options. The fabulous Rolls-Royce Starliner, with its fiber optic lights gleaming through the leather headliner, can now migrate to the doors and rear interior quarters, complete with shooting star-like perforations. This will impress people. A similar swirl of illuminated stars can then surround Spectre on the passenger side dash. Rolls was also smart enough to showcase a rainbow of possible interior color combinations with its assembled collection of cars, which were also painted in a striking showcase of hues shown above. From the classic and stealthy end of the spectrum, to flamboyant and downright gaudy, it was all on display. Our test car in Imperial Jade, pictured at the top of the page, sported a metallic black hood, roof and trunk, with an interior combination of black leather accented by yellow seat trim, stitching and fluffy carpets. The urge to take my shoes off was strong. That is Automotive Update today. What's your opinion, fellas? Please don't forget to write down in the comment section and hit the subscribe button.